Hello everyone! Today is the day of Caleb's Imperial Thronesong. I know there've been some talk around the trailer because he dropped that baby sister line. Although I'm still in my heart hoping that they're not related by blood in this one either. Like in the main story, they're not, but this is an alternative universe. And it's also fiction. Let's remember that. It is fiction. You don't apply anything to reality. I mean, they've all done some questionable things. But we definitely brush over it because they're fictional. And we wouldn't want that for ourselves. Just because we enjoy it in fiction. So let's remember that. I mean, I'd rather have conflict and such stuff in fiction than, everything is just peaceful, nothing happens. I want that for my real life to have peace. Peace and quiet. But in fiction, throw all you got. Throw all you got. But here's to hoping that they're not blood related. Yeah, let's go, brother Caleb. I think it would be so much different playing this in Chinese or Japanese. Just hearing the word like brother.
Quick! Seal the main bridge's platforms! Those Empire bastards have already taken control of the secondary command center!
But they've always had the forbidden love
to the
trope.
nearest starship immediately! High Marshal Caleb will...
One of my Imperial guards takes down the last soldier. The Imperial Guard captain gives me a laser firearm and slowly raise it. I aim at the mechanical lock located in the center of the blast doors. Okay, we're up to something. The bridge's blast doors spring open, releasing a cloud of frosty white vapor. Gonna be interesting to see how MC is in this card.
Your Majesty, all Federation soldiers have been subdued. The starship now belongs to you. We jammed their comms in advance. The Federation's High Marshal won't learn of this for at least 3 days. Reinforcements will arrive within 1 week to escort you safely back to our home planet.
Sounds good. I survey the area, walk past a broken Federation insignia on the ground, and give a slight nod. The Federation dared to touch my belongings. This starship will serve as their reparation. Oh, okay! She's frosty. 2 weeks ago, I received word that Empress's Roar, an Imperial transport ship, had been seized by the Federation while passing through Starport number 7. The Empire and the Federation were always at odds with each other due to various conflicts, although battles large and small are commonplace. To blatantly overstep their jurisdiction within a starport in a neutral space zone was unmistakably a provocation. Not to mention, the Empress's Roar was carrying gifts from various overlords for my coronation. Have the guards inventory the warehouse, record everything that's missing or damaged. Oh, she is standing on business. Don't mess with this MC. Isn't the High Marshal still recovering from his injuries? I'll send him a letter of concern in 3 days. Why you gotta wait 3 days though? Send it now. Calculative. Imagining the expression on his face when he receives it makes me smile. Maybe that's how long it takes. 3 days. Include a reparation invoice as well.
As you wish.
Here's the reparations. After the guards leave, I walk into the depths of the starship's cabin. My fingers trail over an exquisite ornate double-edged dagger on the table. Ooh, a double-edged dagger! Cool! This doesn't seem to be amongst my presents. Why are you gonna take it? The footsteps The footsteps behind me resound almost simultaneously, with the hum of a laser firearm charging to its maximum output. I spin and raise my hand. The trigger is set to maximum power. But the man I'm aiming at only raises an eyebrow. With a flick of his finger, he tosses it to the attendant beside him as if discarding a boring toy. Oh, I like this already. Behind him, dozens of Federation soldiers in pure black uniforms have sealed off all exits in the corridor. They bow their heads to him in sequence. Y'all, he looks so good. So good.
Your Majesty hasn't changed a bit. When it comes to your belongings, one wrong glance would send you flying into a rage. You even made a trip to this remote galaxy.
Damn, MC! No wonder the starship's defenses were weak. I anticipated the Federation would have a backup plan, but I didn't expect Caleb to appear in person. Well, he did, so now what? The Imperial Guard still need time to form a counterattack. I need to stall him for now. The same can be said about the High Marshal, no? I heard you sustained minor injuries, but it looks as though you're all right. Is that face decal supposed to be like an injury? You know, he's a robot under and that's coming through?
You rarely leave your Imperial planet, so of course I had to personally welcome you to make sure everything was all right.
Caleb smiles as he raises his finger, and the Federation soldiers' weapons simultaneously turn to me. Uh-huh.
My baby sister.
He said that with malice.
Your Majesty, the nobles are waiting in the audience hall. As for the interception of Empress's roar, someone leaked the intel. However, we don't know who. They're riled up and saying we must demand an explanation from the Federation.
The Empire and the Federation have been at war for centuries. We don't need an excuse. And the nobles don't want an explanation. They want to see the new rulers' position and capabilities. A ray of sunlight falls on the flowers in the vase. I set down the stems in my hand and gesture for their maid to clean up the scattered leaves. They should pay the price for daring to target what's mine. Don't play with her toys! I pause and recall the interstellar news report from a few days ago about the attack on the High Marshal in the capital. Do you consider Caleb your toy, miss? I'm afraid Caleb's life in the Federation isn't always as glorious and carefree as I thought it was. He most likely doesn't have the energy to manage starport-related affairs at the moment. This is the perfect opportunity for me to take the initiative. Oh, she's calculative. I see you. I sit up and take the robe the maid offers me. The Nebulaceae apples at starport number 7 are in full bloom, yes? I plan to visit them myself. Unfortunately, having a plan is one matter, but the changes brought about by Caleb's appearance are another story. Y'all, I love his uniform. More than 10 dots from the laser sight appear around me. I face them head on and take 2 steps. Killing me is easy, but did you think about how you'll handle the aftermath? This is interesting. Although I'm the Empire's Empress, there are plenty of potential heirs to choose from once I die. Are you one of them? Do you want to be Emperor? Is this what it is? Interesting. I shrug, lower my weapon and smile. That would be interesting, actually. A competition for the throne. My successor might not be interested in playing these childhood games with you. Yeah, this MC!
It was a joke, Your Majesty.
This is gonna be so interesting. Caleb waves his hand, and the guns behind him are immediately lowered.
Traces of weapons smuggling appeared at the starport, and the Federation is assisting the Lorne Galaxy with its investigation. It's all for the sake of interstellar peace. If armed conflict were to break out, it would threaten the safety of shipping routes.
Let's set aside the matter of peace. If the Lorne Galaxy sought help from the Federation, that would be a responsible, reasonable justification. As the shipping hub at the center of our known cosmos, its stability affects the interests of many galaxies.
Those small gifts the overlords offered you might very well be destroyed in some transportation accident. Even Your Majesty, who owns the entire Empire, would feel that minor wound. Am I wrong?
Caleb, you wouldn't! Since you know this, you shouldn't have interfered with my private transport spacecraft. You know very well I won't let this slide. Y'all, I love this vibe. It's so fun. It's so different. Or are you saying you went through all this trouble just to lure me here for sightseeing? It's tense. Caleb approaches me and picks up the double-edged dagger, but he makes no move to slide it back into the sheath at his side. They're like the double-edged dagger. Both are sharp.
It's been a long time since we last saw each other after your coronation. I missed you.
Oh, Caleb, you know exactly what to say. When he says that last word, his lips are almost pressed against my ear. Only I can hear a familiar hint of playfulness. My finger curls around the loaded laser firearm as I lower my gaze. Caleb is the person closest to me, but at this moment, he and the Federation are the Empire's greatest enemy. What are you thinking? If I want to secure my position as Empress, I will inevitably cross swords with him. Inevitably? Drop the weapon and feign sympathy, or fire the gun and kill Caleb? Ah! Are you kidding me? Yo, this MC is vicious! Ain't no way I'm killing Caleb. Not at any time. Oh, that must be the wrong ending, right? Drop the weapon and feign sympathy. Feign! What? She's so manipulative! I drop my weapon and link arms with Caleb. My smile slowly widens. This is interesting, alright. Regardless of what the future holds, this game-like power struggle has only just begun. I plan to savor it for a long time. She's savage! I missed you too. Right now it feels like she's playing, but after a while she won't be playing. Before I came here, I heard Nebulasia apples bloom beautifully. Would you like to accompany me to see them? He puts his arm around me while sheathing his dagger. So it was yours.
Good answer. I know the perfect spot.
Yes, this is such an interesting dynamic. I love it. I'm getting the enemies to lovers vibe, but let's see. Inside an observation room, the metal hatch slowly closes behind us. We're the only ones here. I'm not thinking anything strange, no! Caleb recommended we head to the top of the starport's highest tower. From the window, one can see the Nebulasia apples in their entirety.
The attire of an empress suits you well.
Weren't you threatening me with firearms earlier? You changed your tune awfully quick. Because she said, I miss you too.
Are you
He was
angry?
just playing. No! Who could be? He removes his sidearm, grips my hand, and places it over the weapon's handle. Two different temperatures simultaneously envelop my palm. Oh. Caleb, Caleb, Caleb. I will never let you go!
You could hold it and threaten me. You won't.
His fingers glide across my wrist and trail down my arm to reach my back. The rough texture makes my breath hitch for a moment.
I'm the only one who has played these kinds of games with you since childhood. And my guess is that you don't want this to end too soon either.
It depends on what we can give each other during this time. What? They're crazy, I love it. Y'all. Continue, please. I hug Caleb back. My breaths caress his neck. Although it feels like she's playing right now. She's trying to play him. The Nebulasia apple flowers at this starport are beautiful. I like them. The only apples that we like are on Caleb.
You can visit this place more often when you have the time. I can keep you company for as long as you want to look at them.
Yeah, because that's exactly what we were doing right now. Looking at apples. What you mean? ... I narrow my eyes and pretend to accidentally step on his foot. He's gonna be like, oh, you've forgotten that what I like must belong to me. But as long as you let go, in time I can let bygones be bygones. Maybe the relationship between the Federation and the Empire could be mended through us. However, it was never good to begin with. Caleb shows no signs of loosening his grip. Instead, he picks up a strand of my hair and twirls it around his finger. Yo! This is so good!
I know you well enough. You're upset because you didn't get the upper hand. Let's see. Another Imperial fleet should already be on its way here. If I withdraw my people from the starport now, I'm afraid what I'll face won't be your reconciliation. I might as well be caught in a pincer attack.
My thoughts have been exposed, so I cut to the chase. Wow, she's so tactical! On behalf of the Empire, I can promise to not act against you, on the condition that you leave immediately. No, don't leave! Grab onto him, don't let him leave, ever! Well, you can leave ever, but not me, ever and ever. No words leave his mouth. Then he flicks the accessory on my cloak, which is embedded with the crystallis he gave me. Crystallis. The crystal is only formed in the cold ring zones that are created when two nearby stars collapse simultaneously. Despite being on the market, it's always been priceless. Stars collapse. Caleb and MC. One day, Caleb somehow got word from somewhere and piloted a long-haul vessel alone through a cold ring zone to find a crystal. Just for MC? I remember his smile when he brought it back. He said his job is to always bring me everything I want. And is he gonna do that with everything? We'll see. But what if we want the same thing? Like right now.
How long will it take for your fleet to arrive? A week? My people only need 2 days.
Oh!
Starport number 7 is the closest location for reaching the Nizir galaxy, where the Federation is located. We must control it at all costs. If worst comes to worst, we'll destroy it. It's still better than letting the Empire control it.
Oh, I love this. I love this.
I assume you didn't want that outcome when you arrived.
Not really. He's correct. I'm here with the intention of displaying an alliance with the Empire's nobles to confront a common enemy. It's so I could win over some of the loyalty I need for my reign. Y'all, she's very calculative. She knows what she's doing. She was born to lead, it seems like. Interesting. This is a fun dynamic. Very fun dynamic. Very different from main story. I like it. I like these alternative universe thingies because they're set apart. Starting a war isn't difficult, but winning without fighting is. I also don't want my subjects to remember me as a warmonger, Empress, especially since I've just ascended the throne. And after that, then it's okay. Is that what you're saying, MC? This MC, she seems like she could be ruthless. Not like the MC that we know. Contemplating the current situation, I pull away from his embrace. Let's compromise them. The Imperial fleet and the Federation's garrison both retreat. Everyone will be able to coexist peacefully. Will it work that easily? Let's see what he says.
My dear sister, you seem to have misunderstood me. I'm not here to negotiate.
Then... what
The
are you here
Starport's
for?
viceroy submitted his resignation, and the Lorne Galaxy has accepted the new candidate who was recommended by the Federation. It was when we were viewing the flowers.
Okay. You got me there. You got me there. Caleb leans in, his voice softly brushing past my ear.
You weren't the only one buying time.
Caleb, you've truly become a convenient blade for the Federation. Dang, this just gets more and more interesting. I love this. That laugh. A dull pain spreads from the side of my neck. I reach out to push him away, but he catches my wrist first. Is he biting? Well, we bit him a lot in Indulgent Scheme, so this is payback in an alternative universe, okay?
Are you referring to this?
What exactly? Can you explain it further? Y'all, this is intense. I like. You... How dare you? Dare more? I struggle, and Caleb's arms tighten around me.
The Lorne Galaxy is frequently plagued by turbulence. It's better to wait for your fleet to arrive so they can escort you back to your home planet. For the next few days, just relax and focus on catching up with me.
So... his kiss descends without warning. Was it something that made her... Amidst the entanglement of lips and teeth, I bite his lower lip. No, it wasn't. I only feel satisfied when the metallic taste of blood fills my mouth. Oh my gosh! She likes to bite. In every single universe, she likes to bite. Makes sense because he's an apple. I mean... his thing is apples, you know, so... And I mean, we don't throw them away. Yo! Whoa! They're really going at it! I was not expecting this so early too! Since he took what he wanted, this is the lightest price he'll have to pay.
This is Her Majesty's favorite cloak! Let go!
The bosses! Protect Your Majesty's vases! Bring the cushions from the other rooms!
Shortly after the fleet escorted me back to my home planet, which is in the Empire, Caleb's apology gift arrived. Is it a puppy? Is that the gift? Currently, they're brazenly digging up the ground in my greenhouse's garden while making incomprehensible, strange noises. So it's not just one. I love that.
They're chewing on the last Nebulasia apple.
Let them.
Your Majesty, this Bitapup has a stubborn, unruly temperament. I believe the High Marshal sent them here with ill intentions. Why don't we send the creature to the Houndmaster? At least they will be taught some manners.
I mean, who else bites? MC. That's unnecessary. I look at the chaotic state of the garden they're in, and I raise my hand to stop the secretary from saying more. I really like this tune. They're a mischievous pup who can't possibly tear down my palace. On my way back to the Empire, I came up with the rough beginnings of a plan for my retaliation. I just need an opportunity. Seems like she never really relaxes, she just wants to go at it. The Interstellar Starfaring Summit is about to be held in the Empire. Caleb has to arrive as a representative of the Federation. So, Empire versus the Federation. His starship will encounter a small problem, which means he won't be able to arrive on time. He'll have no choice but to ask me for help. I'll have them guard my bedchamber. When their former master apologizes to me, they can help me deliver a message. Okay, she's fun, but I love that this is not our main story, MC. In Cosmic Year 129, people dissatisfied with the Cosmic Empire left the Allure Galaxy. They announced they would establish their own nation in the Nazir Galaxy. Thus, the Glory Federation was born. The Federation opened its doors to all of the Empire's opponents. Within several decades, it rapidly grew into the Empire's most powerful adversary. So that's what happened. I see. Well, she seems to rule with an iron hand. That we can clearly say. She's very different from our main story MC. In Cosmic Year 150, the Empire formally declared war on the Federation. And so, for hundreds of years, the flames of conflict never ceased. Both sides claimed victories and defeats. But the two great galaxies always maintained a delicate balance. Neither could completely shake the other's foundation. So 129 there and 150. In Cosmic Year 642, a young man who grew up in the Imperial Court voluntarily switched sides and went to the Federation to study. A young man. Could that be Caleb? At the time, no one knew that this young man, who rose to the position of High Marshal in just 5 years, would change the entire cosmos. Interesting. Power battle. Excerpt from the Star's brief history. Y'all, I like this. Okay, it started strong, just like Raphael's card. It really had a strong start. Like, it's interesting right off the bat. 2 months later. But before changing the cosmos, there was another important matter awaiting this young man's attention. And that was... Does it have anything to do with MC? Her being an empress? His unexpected absence from last evening's summit, which has been held in the Empire, is the result of bidding on the Lorne Galaxy's long-haul vessels.
Due to personal reasons, I will regrettably be absent for this interstellar starfaring summit.
Y'all, he looks gorgeous. So handsome. So handsome.
I hereby extend my sincerest apologies to all participants and to the organizer of this conference, the Empress of the Cosmic Empire.
You're excused. But only if I get 1,500 kisses. Several ministers are already visibly delighted before the holographic report on Astral News ends. I really like this throne room. But it's very open, like anyone could just come
It's
here
as Her
and
Majesty
assassinate
predicted. The Federation would never admit that their starships experienced technical malfunctions.
her. That small problem. Well, someone might be
Who
a
could have
little
predicted
upset.
that replacing one small component would make their superior navigation system malfunction?
Representatives from the Lorne Galaxy want the Empire and the Federation to bid for the new long-haul vessels so they can gain a profit. Since the Federation is absent, we predict we'll be able to save 100 million cosmic credits.
That sounds like a lot.
Your Majesty is truly wise.
Thank you, girls. In a good mood, I tap the armrest of my throne while accepting the minister's flattery. Y'all, she's really different. I love it. Let's secure Lorne's long-haul vessel protection line for the next 3 years before the Federation realizes what's happening. I think Caleb will already know, actually. I don't think we're so smart that we think we are. We'll see. Caleb will get a taste of returning empty-handed this time. But it feels like a cat and mouse kind of play. After everyone leaves, I reopen the news report from earlier and wave my hand to rewind it by several seconds. Then I take a screenshot. Did you see something of importance, Missy? It definitely is like a power tug-of-war between them. This obedient, apologetic expression is a rare sight. I'll send it to Caleb later so he can see it for himself. Yo, she's a savage! But I'm really happy that she isn't this way in the main story, just in this alternative universe. As I leave the audience hall, the overcast sky doesn't affect my good mood in the slightest. In the corridor, Taby, whose name was found inscribed on the inside of their collar, is enthusiastically chewing on their beloved toy. They happily bound over to my feet once they see me approach. You're well behaved. I'll give you an extra treat later. So that one is well behaved, but the other one is not? Is it like Caleb and MC? Their short tail is wagging even faster now. As raindrops suddenly fall, I scoop up Taby and head to the nearest greenhouse for shelter. I love this palace. So stunning. And this garden! The greenhouse has long since been renovated. Plants extend outward with their leaves to release this season's distinctive fragrance. Subconsciously, I make my way around to a flower wall. Sure enough, I spot the familiar white bench. It looks exactly the same as before. Back then, Caleb and I would often whisper here. Flowers bloom abundantly in the greenhouse. We avoided the maids by hiding in the blossom's shade. Oh, I love this outfit on him. He looks gorgeous. Must you go to that weird academy?
It's the Glory Federation's Interstellar Military Academy. It's the best military school in the galaxy. You saw the acceptance email a long time ago and even filed it under not interested.
I pretend not to notice the teasing in his tone and pluck a wilted flower from the corner. She's like, did I do that? I don't remember. The Federation despises Imperial citizens. They might never let you graduate. So what exactly changed?
Don't worry. I'll be going there as a neutral planet's heir. No one will cause trouble.
Neutral, huh? But if you go to the Federation, you'll have to start over. Maybe it's because he want to start over.
Starting from scratch to reach the position of High Marshal sounds exciting, though.
And he wants the distance of not feeling like a brother. Maybe that. Hopefully that. But if you become the High Marshal, you won't just be my Caleb anymore. Whoa, girl! So selfish! I furrow my brow, and he pokes the space between my worry lines.
No buts. Don't you trust me? When you're the Empress and I'm the High Marshal, we can change the current relationship between the Empire and the Federation.
Yeah, and how is it going now? Well, we'll see. The card isn't ending anytime soon. Who knows if that will be the case? We have stuff to work on. When you leave, I won't be able to talk to anyone. So she literally only has him?
How's that possible? You're the future Empress. There will be plenty of people doing everything they can to win your favor.
To win her favor, yeah? He bends down to pick a Nebulasia apple from the flower bed and pins it to my collar.
They're like this flower. Regardless of its rarity, all you need to do is look at it a little longer, and it shall bloom forever in your garden.
I know, but they can be tiresome sometimes. They're nothing compared to you. Cute.
Power always means enduring a few minor inconveniences. But with me, you can always be that willful little sister. I'll be leaving in a month. Aside from your gift list, is there anything you want?
Anything?
Yes. Anything.
Why did he sound like that? Oh, okay. Wait, I've got a list. Caleb, I have a list. I have a list of everything I want. Summer flowers and fruits have ripened, their rich fragrance mingling with an intense desire. Before you leave. You dirty girl! I tilt my head up. Back then I had no idea what I wanted to taste. My scattered thoughts return to the present. I look at the petals I unconsciously plucked and brushed them aside. Perhaps Caleb and I had already taken different paths to build our own lives since the beginning. I believe that even though we might have instances of nostalgia, neither of us would question the choices we made. I just don't know when we'll see each other again.
Your Majesty, the High Marshal has arrived.
Can we summon him with our thoughts? Caleb, do we have some kind of implant? Do you know when we're thinking about you? Our gorgeous man? Somehow, Caleb has arrived in the Empire before the Interstellar Starfaring Summit ended. The fact that he left the other galaxy representatives behind to see me makes it difficult to determine his real purpose, however. Yeah, this is so interesting.
You complained about this silver tray being too plain when I gave it to you. You're still using it?
I forgot to throw it away.
As for these apple fruits, you must have forgotten to have someone replace them with more seasonal ones.
Why don't you replace them? They're just fruits. If you like them, you can take some back. The High Marshal still insisted on visiting the Empire even though the Interstellar Starfaring Summit is about to end. Are you planning to apologize to me in person? Yeah. This dynamic is fun!
Your Majesty invited me for afternoon tea first. Let's chat while we drink.
You invited yourself, but welcome anytime. The Empire and the Federation aren't on friendly terms, but since Caleb is visiting during the summit, I still need to fulfill my duties as a hostess. Seeing him hold his teacup with a leisurely attitude, I feel as though he's returned to his own garden. I feel like she's gonna say something about this. I should have made him wait longer in the audience hall. The chairs there are the most uncomfortable. Oh my my god! Wow, she's so mean! Oh. But like in a teasing way, but meaner than usual. The attendants lead Taby away, but I don't overlook the way their tail wags with a particular enthusiasm. Because they've been Caleb's, right? Ah, you raised them. They still remember you after so long. Of course. And you wanted them to...
Yet it seems like you've forgotten me.
Never.
Or is the Empire's communication system so poor that not even one message from you could get through in 2 months?
2 months. Yeah, about that, Caleb. I want to say a lot of things. Also, shouldn't we really be having the dogs guard the bedchamber? I mean, they're definitely gonna let Caleb through. I have my own matters to deal with. Caleb nods non-committally, sets down his teacup, and rests one hand against the side of his face. Yo, this is so fun! But I feel like I'm having an emotional
Your
roller
Majesty
coaster.
should be occupied with countless Imperial matters. So, you've been busy trying to retaliate against me?
Well, if you'd like to call it that. Before I can counter, he continues speaking, but he's not making any accusations. What then? Are we bonding?
The plan was good this time. The people who executed it were very careful. I almost didn't find any evidence.
Ooh, busted!
But if you had been a bit more ruthless... I could have been the first High Marshal to get lost and die in magnetic field turbulence due to a navigation system failure.
Bad MC. Bad MC. Don't put Caleb in danger like that. Worry her more, Marshal Caleb. I pick up a pastry and feign the perfect amount of surprise. As if he's not gonna know. He knows, and she knows that he knows. Oh? I thought you said you were absent due to personal reasons. Oh, this is how they play. A very, very interesting dynamic. Using such an excuse at the last minute to implicate the Empire would be too obvious. People from other galaxies wouldn't believe it.
So you were waiting for me to show up in the hologram.
We took a screenshot. Do you want to see it? You looked like a puppy.
I took some time to get here, but fortunately, it could wait.
And now the music. Is something sassy gonna happen? Like a magician, he produces a bouquet of flowers. I'm stunned. You took the time to prepare this? Everyone should.
I was already late, so I figured showing up later would be more to your liking.
That's not what I wanted. Oh, does she mean the familiar floral fragrance drift past us? Despite our current circumstances, it stirs distant memories and softens my heart. She's like, grab him by the collar and just mwah!
When you and I lived in the Empire, we used to butt heads over all sorts of things. You were younger, and I spoiled you. During those moments when you were in the wrong, sometimes I'd say you had a point. You never apologized, and I didn't have time to coax you out of your sulking episodes. But it's clear that neither of us could live without the other.
Oh, we know. We know. It's the same for every other love interest as well.
We made a promise at that time.
Whenever one of us wanted to make up to the other, we'd place a flower by that person's pillow. So basically, he's doing the same now with the bouquet. The person who receives the flower must forgive the other before it wilts. When did you say you get this bouquet? How many days we got left? We're gonna make him work for it.
I'm here because I wanted to know if this promise still holds true.
Yes!
And whether the Federation and the Empire we represent might still have a chance for cooperation.
Although I'm surprised, I only raised my eyebrow and signaled for him to continue. Oh, why it got serious now? I wanna have some cuddles.
The Federation and the Empire have been mired in conflicts where survival itself was at stake. But after hundreds of years, this struggle has long since become a pointless habit.
So, cooperation sounds good, does it not? MC, what do you say?
From minor clashes to wars, each one consumes finite resources while others prosper.
And I mean, we want to prosper too. It's not as if I haven't considered the matters he speaks of. The tension between the Empire and the Federation stems from more people maneuvering beneath the surface. They create a turbulent undercurrent that never stops. Maybe she also doesn't want to show her like weak. But if going with the flow takes the least effort, why should I position myself as a reef? Oh, she's harsh. Since there will always be those who profit from conflict, any attempt for a collaboration would face significant resistance. She's just going with the flow. I don't necessarily have to oppose you, but I also don't want to invite trouble.
If you let war fester, will it be easier for you to be the Empress? Don't forget that I defeated the ruler before you, who ultimately became the Empire's discarded pawn.
Caleb continues speaking in a measured, persuasive manner, but I detect a hint of something suspicious. It's not like you would do anything, Caleb. If anything, it's MC. You're confident you can defeat me. Why are you actively proposing cooperation? Because he doesn't want to go against you!
The Empire has many heirs, but only you are my baby sister. Why wouldn't I favor you?
Well, we have that. I don't believe you. That being said, I'm also aware of how Caleb's proposal is worth considering. Then why'd you say that? That you don't believe him? He finishes his last sip of tea and shows no urgency as he waits for my response. Maybe she wants to appear strong with...
Come to think of it, it's been a while since we traveled together. Why don't we look at what I found while I was lost this time? I think you'll be interested.
Yes? Maybe this points to decoherence. The long-haul vessel cuts through the edge of the cosmos and traverses star clusters and multiple warp points before arriving at the outermost edge of the Lorne galaxy. Interstellar dust gradually increased during the latter half of the journey. Caleb steers with precision to avoid countless obstacles.
Luckily, I was able to practice on the way here. I wouldn't dare to take you on a flight like this otherwise.
Of course you wouldn't. I think it gave you the perfect opportunity to show off your piloting skills in front of your subordinates. Yeah. She's still pushing buttons. She's like, I didn't do nothing
You're not
wrong.
wrong. No wonder people say that the younger ones are little heartwarmers.
Is that what MC is, huh?
You truly are considerate.
Well, we didn't go all out, right? During our conversation, the vessel gradually slows down.
We're here.
All around us are dust clouds that obscure our vision and churning nebular storms. I look at Caleb. He stares at the observation display, his wrist moving as he slowly adjusts the altitude. I miss seeing his mechanical
When
arm.
I got
Do you
lost,
guys?
I discovered warp points that aren't marked on the star map. I named this area Veletio, which means hidden place.
We're already close to the edge of the Lorne galaxy. If we go any further... I stop, realizing why Caleb brought me here. Is it to run away? Lorne is connected to Allure and Nazir. It serves as a buffer zone between the Empire and the Federation, and is the central hub of the known cosmos. But beyond that exists countless unknown places that have never been explored.
It's exactly what you're thinking. This warp point might lead to an unknown star system.
So you're saying we should run away together? Is that it? Just abandon our duties?
The value it could bring far exceeds a single war.
Okay.
Shared interests can resolve hatred. The same principle can be applied to the Federation and the Empire.
So we stay. But it could also lead to destruction, or nothing at all.
The decision is yours. I'm simply showing my sincerity for cooperation.
Above the firmament, that unfamiliar warp point flickers faintly. It's barely perceptible in the distance. Well, does anyone else know?
You're the second person.
You trust me that much? Are you asking this for yourself as well, MC? Like, do you trust yourself? I look at Caleb, but I can't figure out what he's thinking. I think he's definitely more straightforward than MC. If I were to make a move against you, I could monopolize this discovery. It's like he would be like, so? And? No one else knows we came here. You'd be turned into cosmic dust. Well, he's made from the cosmos, and she is the cosmos, so...
Someone who truly wanted to kill would never look their enemy in the eye and speak the way you're speaking.
I need to think about this. Caleb lowers his head. Shadows fall across his brow as the air between us grows thick with tension.
Sure. But given our current situation, I'm afraid we don't have much time. Regardless of what our decision is, we need to move fast.
His kiss falls with a fierce intensity. Outside the porthole, the nebular storm surges violently once more, its eerie purple light flowing across the glass. The shadow of our intertwined figures is cast. There are many reasons that bind us together, but when they're weighed on a scale, our mutual interests outweigh everything else. I'm still struggling a little bit with my throat. It's like super dry after I've been sick. I know Caleb doesn't trust me as much as he lets on. Then again, neither do I. Morning light pierces through layering clouds and casts light grey shadows around the massive long-haul vessel. They're arranged in a formation at the center of the square. Y'all, this is so beautiful, but must be hell to clean. Faintly trembling from the engine's heat, massive holes are painted with the emblems of the Empire and the Federation. Imagine how many rooms that is. Around the square, nobles advance slowly within layers of guards, while commoners gather like a tide in the outermost ring. At the highest point of the ceremonial spacecraft, I stand shoulder to shoulder with Caleb. We overlook this performance of peace.
The Empire and the Federation will form a joint fleet for the first Veletio warp trial.
Sounds good.
The stars will be our witness to this program, as it paves a smooth path towards cooperation. Lasting peace shall last longer in the cosmos.
Let's hope. Something tells me it's not gonna be this easy. Oh, my handsome Caleb. I gaze at the nobles below, whose expressions are filled with the most doubt. Then I look at Caleb, who's beside me. Y'all, he's so handsome, like... I just want to eat him up. After returning from that trip, I formally considered his suggestion. He proposed that we could use Starport number 7 as a springboard to conduct a stable warp drill consisting of a joint escort. It would allow us to test whether Veletio is stable while rooting out a few troublemakers who are working behind the scenes.
Your Majesty, High Marshal, please complete the ceremony.
I'm just about to step forward when
Shall
Caleb
we do
pulls
this
out.
together?
Yes. I'm so easily persuaded by these men. This is the first time in 5 years that I've held his hand in daylight. His warmth travels through our fingers. It's so comforting that it leaves me in a daze. Don't look at me like that. Meanwhile, the scepter I hold remains cold as always. Two weeks later. According to what Caleb and I agreed upon, he will lead the first phase of the Velisio warp trial. Okay. I love how these feel like they could be like a mini-series. He'll establish an observation center at starport number 7 and use the brand new warp point to dispatch fleets in batches. Is it gonna be this easy? Yet before the first fleet could even depart, the Empire's agents planted at the starport reported bad news. Can we trust everyone though? Can we trust our agents?
I didn't expect the Federation to act so quickly. It's only been a few days since they stationed themselves at starport number 7, and they've already found an excuse to form a blockade around the area.
Are we being played?
Our people and long-haul vessel are still being detained. Communications have been cut off as well. They almost kept us in the dark.
Maybe there was something that they want to keep
The
hidden.
Federation can't be trusted. We never should have entertained the idea of cooperating with them.
Maybe we're
We've
not
lost 10 of our
understanding
newest
something.
spacecraft.
Ooh, is that expensive? I'm somewhat prepared for the obstacles this plan would encounter, but everything happened so fast that it's catching people off guard. I rub my brow and question whether Caleb would make such a short-sighted decision. Maybe it's somebody else? Perhaps I'm unwilling to admit that my desire to believe in him is greater than I previously thought. But everything in the cosmos is constantly changing. The Empire can still afford to pay this price. However, the Federation didn't just offend the Empire. The Lorne Galaxy won't tolerate their repeated provocations. Rapidly calculating the current situation in my mind, the highest priority is to withdraw before public opinion turns against us. Yeah, that could be another issue. Fortunately, I have a backup plan. What you gonna do is seduce him? Stick to the original plan. I will announce that I'm recovering from an illness to temporarily avoid the spotlight. Good call. Good call. For now. As for the joint fleet, it's time to let the Lorne Galaxy know the deployment details around Velisio. This is getting tense. The Federation broke the agreement first, so they can't blame us for muddying these waters. With the resolve to distance myself from this mess, I consistently claim I'm ill and remain in seclusion for the next 2 weeks. Each day, apart from taking walks in the garden and walking my beta pup, I spend my time in my bedchamber or study. This could truly be called leisurely. Until tonight, that is. As usual, I walk to my bedchamber with the secretary before parting ways. Then I feel something is amiss. The maid seems to be somewhat nervous.
Your Majesty?
Did something happen while I wasn't here? In my bedchamber?
It's the same as usual. The Duchess visited and brought her nephew, who reportedly admires you. Following Your Majesty's instructions, we said that you need to rest and receiving visitors is impossible.
During my recuperation, nobles have already been stirring restlessly behind the scenes. There's also no shortage of those wanting to seize an opportunity to curry favor. So they're trying to set her up with someone. Taby is still lying outside the door. They normally bark when they catch a stranger's scent, but today they seem unusually well behaved. It's Caleb! Y'all, it's Caleb! Because they're well behaved. Yeah, it's Caleb. 100%. If I am wrong, I'm overthinking it. I give a slight nod, and the maids immediately understand. They open the doors to my bedchamber for me. Before the doors are fully opened, I catch sight of a familiar outfit. Caleb, I knew it! Y'all, I knew it! I knew it. I quickly walk into my bedchamber and dismiss all maids, I guess. Caleb approaches and leans.
You look terrible. Are you ill?
Not really. I'm sorry to disappoint you, but I'm eating well, drinking well, and sleeping well. The stress you've caused hasn't given me an actual ailment yet. And you? Are you so pleased with the chunk you bit off from the Empire that you made a special trip here to thank me? Oh, she is
I'm here
upset.
to resolve that matter, yes.
And how are you gonna do that? His overly calm demeanor. Does the truth behind Velicio matter to us anymore? The last possibility for cooperation has vanished. Our next meeting will be on the battlefield. I don't want to hurt my Caleb.
You don't trust me.
She doesn't, but I do. Why would I? Didn't you already receive the price I paid for that trust? 10 long-haul spacecraft. It was very expensive, my dear brother.
Don't talk to me like that.
Ooh. Okay. Okay, that was fun. Do that again, MC. Caleb, I'm the Empress of the Cosmic Empire. You're the one who can't address me so casually. Address me however you want.
I'll give you an explanation. You can decide whether or not you believe it.
Thank you. I'll be more cautious next time, especially when matters involving you are involved. Y'all, this card is so good. People are like this sometimes. They know their words are irrational, yet they're unable to stop themselves from saying them. I thought tonight would end on a sour note, but Caleb stays silent for a moment before looking outside. Oh?
I'm your brother. Don't always assume the worst of me.
Right. My brother. At some point, it started raining again. The pitter-patter creates a delicate rhythm against the window frame. There are no other sounds. Oh, I don't know how I'll ever get used to that. I turn away, avoiding his gaze that shines with a new emotion. Forget it. I'm not in the mood to play this game with you. But he didn't sound like he was playing.
You'd rather play with another man?
Was that the noble nephew or something? Caleb, what did you do to this guy? He sounds like he's tied up. I look toward the sound and see a rug at the foot of the bed. It's rolled up and the vague outline of a person wrapped inside is visible. You rolled him up into a carpet? Okay. I'm gonna give you 10 points for that.
Behave. Falling out of the window of the Empress's bedchamber can barely be considered leaving with dignity and grace.
The rug thrashes more violently. Caleb narrows his eyes and kicks it. The room falls silent once more. That was harsh.
You're worried about him?
No. He grips my chin and forces me to meet his gaze. Y'all, I'm just a weak woman, okay? Let me be. I am exactly where I wanna be. In the arms of this man. Get on with it quickly, Caleb. We don't even talk. Why are you concerned about nothing? I'll send him back later.
He went through quite the effort to touch the Empress's bed. And you're going to return him without even giving him a glance?
Oh, what do you suggest I do?
His face is decent, but his physique...
There's no need for that. Plenty of people like him compete to get closer to me. And there are others with superior physiques. Caleb. She knows this will rile him up. He knows he has a superior physique. Like, he knows. A low chuckle brushes past my ear as he suddenly grips my wrist. I crash into his chest.
It seems you've been living comfortably during your recovery. Isn't it my turn now?
The sarcasm that doesn't escape is crushed between lips and teeth. His kiss descends like a sudden dumper. Y'all brace yourselves! Yo, they've been crazy in this card. I love it. My body surrenders before my will can resist. For some reason, we seem to crave each other more than usual tonight. Is the guy rolled up into the carpet? Is he out of it, or is he listening to all of this? I just want to know. It's raining again, and maybe, just maybe, we're both tired. This weather is perfect for holding someone close. Sounds cozy. Rain is cozy when you're inside. Or perhaps we finally see the unbridgeable rift that lies between us, yet we're unwilling to accept it. Before everything completely falls apart, we still want to desperately hold on to something. Caleb?
Your reactions are more genuine this time.
I glare at him only to earn a more intense response as he presses himself against me. It's an attempt to overwhelm me with an irresistible force. Neither of us wants to surrender. I forcibly push him and he has to wrap his arms around me as we tumble toward the bed. Calm down. This is just so incredibly hot. I'm liking this. But the guy rolled into the carpet, so what about him? Is he out of it, or is he, does he hear everything? I press my knee against his tense abdomen and look down as I restrain him beneath the folds of my dress. He holds my waist as his kisses trail down from my chest. The warm, wet sensation settles on my abdomen and sends thrilling shivers through my... Is everyone fine? It's a little bit hot in here. Do you have a fever again? Caleb. We've embraced each other like this countless times before, where our bodies are intimately entwined, and yet our hearts beat on opposite sides of an unreachable chasm. Oh my god, look at
I
it!
know why you wanted me to do this with you in the beginning. You're used to having everything, so you're unwilling to accept that I'm the one thing you can't control or claim as yours.
Let's see about that! Let's see about that, Caleb! It's on! It's on! But aren't you still in my hands at this very moment? I release my grip on Caleb's hand and let my fingers trail downward from his Adam's apple. My movements carry a hint of the teasing he excels at. Oh, I love this. I love this back and forth teasing. I love it! A certain thought that has always lingered is about to surface. It's the simplest method, and it could solve all our problems. If I were to capture you and immediately imprison you, without you as their High Marshal, the Federation won't be a threat to the Empire for a very long time.
That would work, I suppose. But what would Caleb be to you when he's stripped of his status as the Federation's High Marshal?
Mine. My brother or my Y'all, I'm gonna pick my lover, of course. But Caleb, you be whatever you wanna be. I mean, it doesn't matter. We're still gonna be the two of us. Might have to pick both just to see what the outcome is. But I rather you be my lover. I mean, maybe it would feel less weird. It would feel less weird if I played this in Japanese or in Chinese. Because brother sounds so... You are my brother, but... Oh no! Oh, they really went there with this. Okay. You know, yes, they really went there. Okay. This changes nothing. I love Caleb. He's still my main, still my man. Absolutely nothing can take me away from Caleb. Just know that I'm not related to you, boo. We're not related. But also, y'all, I have so many things that I want to say that I probably will end up saying in the end of this video instead, to not disrupt the flow of this card. However, in the main story, there's a main story and this is an alternative universe. So in this alternative universe, they seem to be related by blood? Or is that like an idiom or something that didn't come across correctly when it was translated? I don't know. Anyhow, in real life, gross AF. But this is fiction. This is fiction, and it doesn't translate into reality. Like I always knew when going for Caleb that this would be like this kind of like forbidden love kind of trope. I'm guessing all of us knew that. All of us knew that because they're adoptive siblings. And in the main story, they are not related by blood. The grandma took them in because both of them are experiments. And probably, you know, had to take Caleb in because otherwise bad stuff would happen because they cannot be separated. And that's also something that has been affirmed in Decoherence as well. Like they need each other. But that shocked me. Yo, the way I thought that they would be, you know, not related in that way. But then again, it's like, if we think of it as like an old mythology or something like that, like old mythologies, like, or like Adam and Eve, they were the first persons, if we take it from that. And then there are other mythologies like Greek and all of those that always also have this kind of I don't even want to say the word. It's just so icky. But like this does not ruin Caleb's character in the least for me. In the least. Like he could be whatever to her. This is fiction. It's fiction. This doesn't mean that we apply it to reality. You can like whatever you want in fiction, But if the line gets blurred and you yourself get uncomfortable, like you yourself are feeling like, hold on, my morals are changing. Like, I cannot consume this type of media anymore. Okay, then don't do it. Don't do it. But if you can separate yourself from the media that you are consuming, then it is not a problem. We're not gonna act morally superior to anyone, especially not when it comes to freaking fiction. I mean, think about it this way as well. Like, if you have 2 romance option books, let's say one of them has like a lot of drama, like there's a lot of drama, like intrigue, conflicts, a slow burn, and then you have another book that's just like, oh, these 2 persons are already together, they're just, you know, in the beginning of the book, they're together, everything is wholesome, there's no darkness to it, like no taboo themes or anything. Which fiction would you go for? I, 99.9% of the times, would go with the one that has more drama in it. That doesn't mean that I, for myself, want drama in my life. Heck no! Like, a lot of the things that we've been going through in some of the cards, like, we would not accept that in real life. Like in Raphael's card that I did in the last video, he, for example, drugged her. So I'm like, yeah, that would not fly in real life. Like, ain't no freaking way. Like, sure, all of them have done like something, but it is fiction, and that doesn't mean that we want that for ourselves. And also, this is an alternative universe. It's not the main story. Even if they do something that I think is questionable in the main story, like, I'm not gonna sit here be like, oh, I like this character, which means I must like these things as well. No, several things can be true at once. And that doesn't mean that you can't be against some of the things. And like, even if someone, like, let's say you main Caleb, I main Caleb, does not mean that I want to have this kind of relationship with my... no. Ugh, no. No, that is gross. Gross and illegal. But it's fiction. And we should enjoy just reading fiction. And that is also something I do like about Love and Deepspace, that they do bring up some of the more like taboo and dark themes. Like they give you some kind of inner conflict when you read some of the cards. But that doesn't make me like the character less. I'm more like, great, they're flawed. That's even better. But it becomes an issue when people act morally superior over fiction, and they just assume that because you like this type of like trope, or like me, I love enemies to lovers. Like, that is such a fun trope for me. Would I like that for myself? Absolutely not. Absolutely not. Like, treat me badly once, you're never gonna be able to talk to me again. Like, never. I'm super cutthroat when it comes to that. Like, no. Be even slightly disrespectful, no. It's a no immediately. But the thing is that all of these characters have some type of flaws. They do. But we still see them as like perfect because they're so considerate towards MC. They treat her like she's the one and only. Like she is the kind. They're showering her with the kind of love that we want. And I think that also makes us detach more, because when there is some kind of like negative aspect of a card, like something that is taboo or dark, a trigger that you don't like. And speaking of trigger, like if something triggers you, like if it triggers some kind of trauma in you because of a specific thing that a character did, and you cannot detach from that, then don't continue. I would say don't continue like reading those cards. Maybe like someone could tell you on a forum or somewhere that, oh, you can read these cards, like if you really want to main a specific person, but you don't really like one of the things because it triggers a memory for you, then you can be like, okay, is this card without this? And someone will definitely answer you, since we don't have trigger warnings. And I think that would be very difficult to have. I think content creators might be able to do that, but the game developers themselves, I don't know, like how the laws are surrounding it, and what happens with like the censor and all of that. I don't know. Gosh, I talked way more than I should have, but I'm still gonna continue talking about it in the end of the video. I'm just gonna go grab some water and then we continue. And my natural born enemy. As long as you bear the name Caleb, I will never feel at ease when I sit on my throne. Then let's use the Chinese one. How was it? Xiao Yizhu? What? Xiao Yizhu? Was it? I don't know. You guys tell me how to pronounce it. I've not heard it enough. Y'all, I'm struggling. He's so handsome. Oh, my beautiful Caleb. Okay, focus. I'll give you a new identity. Abandon your past and stay where I can see you every day. So you're gonna imprison him or something? They're so much alike. For example, my bedchamber is the perfect spot.
You want me to be your secret lover. A mere shadow that no one remembers.
She wanna lock you up!
Names and identities are nothing more than pieces of cloth. Even if you strip them from me, you still won't be able to truly trust me.
His hand glides along my waist before finally clasping my wrist as he pulls me into his embrace once more.
Isn't this our current situation?
It's a reminder, my Caleb isn't a bird that can be caged in a greenhouse garden. He's someone I can never control. So you wanted to cage him? Y'all, they're so similar to one another. I was talking to myself. This is still the easiest method. My fingers dangerously wrap themselves around his neck and shake it.
You want to turn my head into one of your trophies?
Yo,
If I let our
crazy.
circumstances develop naturally, maybe you'll get a chance.
Y'all, their dynamic in this one is so fun.
When that time comes, make sure you're the one who kills me. This is also my promise to you.
Caleb, not gonna happen. In his eyes, I see myself wearing the same complex smile that's on his face. Long ago, our hunger for power tore holes in our chests and filled them with cold, ruthless hearts. Caleb and I are prisoners of our own heart's lack of mercy. We're merely puppets who are controlled and deceived by them. That you could say. But perhaps we can still do one thing, one tiny act of resistance. Let's leave future matters to the future. And focus on whatever's happening here. At this moment, I want to feel the warmth you leave in MC! My goodness! I take... as long as we have it to prevent... What did she even say there? That was so quick! At this moment I want to feel the warmth. As long as we have it to prevent us from being too cold, that's enough. When we embrace, he seemingly wants to embed himself into my very being. He wants to return to that point in primordial chaos where we had yet to be separated. Primordial chaos. Sounds cosmic. So, it's a cosmic kind of relationship. They're not related like that. Our passion isn't born from understanding and trusting each other. Our refusal to be consumed by that horrible emptiness gave rise to it. Intense pleasure and faint melancholy mingle and merge. They wash over us in waves from where we're connected. Y'all, they're not blood related to me, just so you know. Not in a traditional sense. If this is what love is, then we're in love. Calm down, Caleb!
Are mine. We've always belonged to each other.
Yeah.
The cosmos, in its entirety, can't even compare to your kiss right now.
Is everyone alright? I'm not. My tongue catches something salty and bitter. Are these my tears? It turns out even tears of joy are still astringent. She's crying! Like, these are tears of passion. Y'all! Imagine Caleb bringing this out of her. Dang! And remember that she's been pretty savage in this one too. But does it matter? I've already kissed him. The Federation has betrayed us and taken control of multiple starports in the Lorne Galaxy. Do not go after Caleb or I will go after you. That's what I'm saying. We know their next target is the Empire. As your Empress, I have the responsibility to allow the Council of Elders to pass the Imperial Emergency Act. Okay. This is not a declaration of war. It's to ensure we won't be caught off guard when the crisis truly arrives. Y'all, the kindled moments are gonna be fire! On the holographic screen, today's speech, in which I announce my recovery and return, plays repeatedly. Hopefully they won't start a coup against her because they feel like she is weak or something. I gaze at the figure speaking eloquently in the video, yet my thoughts turn to a person who's at the other end of the galaxy. After we parted ways that day, Caleb cleaned up the aftermath at Starport number 7 by himself. I thought he cleaned up something else. Never mind. I don't know what he did, but even the Lorne Galaxy was pacified. The Empire's spacecrafts were returned. Caleb packaged this crisis as my victory, and it even earned me a considerable amount of admiration from the nobles. That's good. Good for us! This is his explanation to me, and perhaps the reason I might be able to trust him again. Y'all, there was never a doubt in my mind. I will never mistrust Caleb. No one can gaslight me into mistrusting Caleb. Y'all, he's my ride or die. However, we know a cosmos that's about to be ignited cannot be doused by droplets of water. The communication device rings. Oh, Caleb!
How have you been?
Good now. Not too bad, but not great either. You?
Same. I saw Taby had torn up your precious garden last time. There was dirt everywhere.
Well...
I sent a fresh batch of Nebulasia apples. They'll arrive in a couple of days.
I want you to tear me up. What? I hope they can survive a little longer under Taby's teeth this time. Y'all, this card was wild. I did not expect. Speaking of which, they managed to chew an entire lace trim into my bedchamber's curtains. Do you want to see the photos? Do you want him to buy new lace trims?
Sure. Don't spoil them too much, though.
Will spoil you. I don't do that. When they're not being mischievous, they're actually adorable. We chat about everyday matters and make jokes as usual. We avoid mentioning the war. That seems to be a good idea. But at some point, you can't avoid it. It's possible we have nothing left to say to each other once the situation has escalated to this point. So that's how it is. Two days after the umpteenth border scuffle between the Empire and the Federation, the Nebulasia apples that Caleb sent bloom. Oh, I love this melody. Petting Taby, I sit on a bench in the greenhouse garden. This is a rare moment of peace. Let's see for how long it lasts. Suddenly hurried footsteps resound outside.
Your Majesty, we have an emergency. There was an explosion in Starport Number 7's transit zone. The Federation claims that the starship involved bears markings of a transit authorized by the Empire.
Okay, the piece was only 2 seconds. The sound of rushing water echoes in my ears again, and I see myself drifting downstream toward the only direction available to me once more. Oh.
The nobles are already waiting for you in the audience hall.
Let's go. I pat Taby's fluffy head and stand up to leave. Well, clutching a flower, they roll around on the grass. Their tail wags, as cheerfully as always. Well, at least you guys can be cheerful. I don't know what's about to happen, but if something happens to Caleb, y'all are dead. The war has begun. It happens more easily than expected and is developing rapidly. Ooh, okay, this is gonna be intense. The situation where two sides are evenly matched changes drastically after the Lorne Galaxy's first batch of long-haul vessels joins the Empire. In a few months, the Federation's decline has become apparent. I haven't seen Caleb, and I no longer hear the ringtone that accompanies his calls. Oh, this is worrying. But occasionally, I will hear his name in military reports. Well, that's good.
Your Majesty, we've just received intel. The Federation's council is pressuring Caleb. They're demanding him to voluntarily resign. But Caleb took an unyielding stance and sent people overnight to warn the leading councilman. 2 days ago, he left the Federation's capital with a loyal fleet. His whereabouts are currently unknown. It's also possible that the Federation deliberately released this as a smokescreen to make us lower our guard.
Let's buy the headlines on the front page. All the galaxies will spread this rumor. Aha. Well, that's also how media works sometimes. Either Caleb comes forward to deny it, or he lets it become reality. Y'all, this MC is conniving. I believe the scales are tipping in my favor, but the sense of achievement accompanying it isn't as great as I expected. So it's a bitter taste, is it, MC? Something from the past never died. Even now, it continues to gnaw at me. The void in my heart has become exceptionally vast. It's an emptiness that couldn't be filled even if I possessed the entire cosmos. After ending another deployment meeting, I return alone to my bedchamber and fall into deep sleep. Wow, this is beautiful. In my dream, an indigo wasteland stretches across cosmic dust. Something older than memory summons me. I raise my head and see the moonlight outlining a familiar figure. Caleb? Must be.
You look tired tonight. What's wrong?
You have the gall to talk, to ask? I mean... I walk over to sit beside Caleb. Fortunately, this is a dream. I wouldn't be able to lean on you otherwise.
I'll always protect you whenever you want to lean on me.
I shake my head. You once told me that power is a blade. We must hold it in our own hands. But if it's double-edged, and when you grip the hilt of a blade, you can't dream of embracing another person.
Using a blade is easy. You'll always point the sharp end toward your enemies.
But we don't want to do that. Not with Caleb.
But your current enemy is me.
Ah! You say awful words even in my dream. Maybe because it is not a dream. I hear Caleb laugh as if he doesn't care. Then he wraps his arm around my shoulders to pull me into an intimate proximity. Maybe he's able to come into your dream.
Although this isn't what we originally wanted, the war has already begun.
You don't want it either, because I'll win this time.
Can one victory fill that unbearable emptiness in your heart?
I don't know. The throne, victory, peace, a great cosmos, and you. I want everything. Oh! You greedy, greedy girl! I mean, he said you're greedy in other cards, so...
We've only been apart for a few months, and here you are, being more brazenly greedy.
You're also at fault. I'm notably honest when facing Caleb in my dream. Maybe it's because it's been too long since we talked like this. This doesn't feel like a dream, y'all. Is it really? You're the one who made me think I could obtain everything. And now you won't let me continue having beautiful dreams. What? This is the best dream you could have had, MC. What you mean? You have Caleb in your dream.
Aren't I in your dream at the moment? You can do whatever you want to me.
Caleb, why are you infiltrating our dream? He
I
knows
just
exactly.
don't know how much you'll remember when you wake up.
Noticing what Caleb is trying to imply, I pinch his arm. What am I to you? Please don't say it.
You're proud, greedy, suspicious, willful, and even detestable sometimes.
Mm.
Yet, You're the cutest baby sister I could ask for.
Ah, there he said it. Under the vast sky, we sit quietly for a long time. Only the moon's slow descent reminds us of the passage of time. I'm gonna have to get used to that. But maybe this is... No, it's not gonna be the only card. Mark my words. Only the moon's slow descent reminds us of the passage of time. Y'all, something is telling me that this Caleb in this dream is real. Something soft brushes against my palm. I look down and see a blue-gray flower. He placed it in my hand. It's like they're astral projecting or something. It's then that I notice the wasteland is somehow covered in blossoming nebulasia apples. Because they come from the same source, the cosmos. So that must be why this dream feels so real, like he's in it. Are you leaving?
The dream is about to end. We can only make our wishes come true after we wake up.
Your wishes, I don't think I even know what they are. Deep within, you know. It doesn't look like he'll say more. I give up. Never mind. You're just part of my dream. I can't expect you to answer questions I can't figure out myself. Nah, he definitely not just...
Two stars following separate orbits. Even if they intersect for a moment, it'll bring about destruction. That's one cosmic law.
Call back to decoherence.
But it's possible that after seeking and embracing each other for eons, their attraction might not necessarily be for mutual destruction.
Destruction also creates. I'm still trying to make sense of his cryptic words when he turns around. He walks toward the edge of the wasteland where the moon has fallen. See, they're just cosmic related. She just doesn't understand it yet. It's not by blood. I want to catch up with Caleb, but I step onto empty air and rapidly fall. Before my consciousness drifts away, I hear his voice again. It's more distant. Y'all, allow me to gaslight myself.
Aren't you curious about my wishes? I want the rules of this cosmos to change according to my will.
Interesting. This is an interesting quote. Then do so, Caleb. This really feels like a callback to Decoherence. I feel like I must read it again. Just so I have it fresh in mind. Or maybe I'll do that before his next myth. When I wake up, moonlight filters through the lattice window and falls next to my pillow. Looking at my empty hands, I feel disoriented. It seems someone once gently, tenderly held them for a long time. Even now, warmth still lingers. He must have been here. And she was just speaking out loud. That, or, you know, they met in their dream because of this cosmic cosmic connection that they have. Lorne Galaxy. Time passes silently, and the shadow of war still looms over the major galaxies. Inside the reception hall and in front of a massive panoramic glass wall, starship models are displayed like constellations. Nearby, Phelan, a representative from the Lorne Galaxy, taps the hologram to give the sales pitch from this batch of brand new starships. Y'all, I'm so excited for the Kindle! Oh.
This is the design for the third batch. If Your Majesty approves, we can immediately begin the next round of production.
There's no need to hurry. I don't even want to think about that right now. I want to think about my man. Currently, losses from the Imperial starship battles are lower than expected. I'll give you a contract that our strategists redrafted later. Sounds like a plan. Phelan pauses, and the hologram on the glass wall slightly trembles in response.
Of course.
Your Majesty!
Without waiting for the guards outside, my secretary bursts into the reception hall. She's unable to hide her excitement.
The fleet led by the High Marshal encountered an emergency in the Allure Galaxy. The cause is currently unknown, but they chose to make an emergency landing within Imperial territory. We've already calculated their approximate location and narrowed it down to 3 sites.
Phelan immediately stands up and bows respectfully.
Congratulations, Your Majesty. The High Marshal has crashed into the Empire's territory. This is an excellent opportunity.
We'll go!
If the Empress gives out the order to execute him, no one will dare to question Your Majesty's reign.
Phelan! You just shut up! I know exactly what I'm doing. Oh? Since when have Lorne's denizens started caring about matters between the Empire and the Federation? I thought you'd be happier to see this conflict continue. After all, you still have plenty of high-quality goods worth selling.
The High Marshal has always been despotic and recklessly willful. My suggestion is to not let him easily escape your control, Your Majesty.
Don't tell me what to do! Only Caleb can do that. I remain non-committal, my gaze sweeping past Phelan to land on the secretary waiting nearby. We're gonna go to Caleb, right? Find them. Before I give the order, no one is permitted to attack.
As you wish.
I nod in acknowledgement, my fingers tapping the table's surface. Out of the corner of my eye, I catch a fleeting shadow of displeasure across Phelan's face. Bye! We know exactly what we're up to. Ever since the Interstellar Starfaring Summit was held, the people of the Lorne Galaxy have been somewhat dissatisfied with Caleb. Oh, I wonder why. This has been a fantastic card. Like, I knew it was gonna be good, but obvious attempts at sowing discord are a first. Did their patrons become impatient? The Lorne Galaxy may have never been truly neutral, but I have no intention of exposing their scheme to use me as their weapons for now. What was I saying? Yeah. This card is way better than I thought it would be. At this moment, I'm more concerned about Caleb's situation. Then let's go see our brother. Notify the command ship. We're departing for our home planet. Let's go then. The command ship traverses through the dark cosmos. Stars streak past at lightning speed, as if the entire world is disappearing behind me. Wow, this is pretty. Love the colors. I think I have too many things to ask him after 6 months. I want to use all of these backdrops in the Glint photo studio. In what capacity should I meet you this time? Yes! Y'all, he's so cool. Go find him. Girl, we found him.
But I brought you a gift for your coronation.
Oh, stunning.
Our nations want us to kill each other.
Not gonna happen.
However, they don't know that we're from the same source. Our souls are entwined.
The cosmos, you guys. This has nothing to do with the literal meaning of being siblings, okay? Okay? Push away, I don't wanna push away. I never said to attack! Oh my gosh. Oh!
You may have ambition, but haven't lost conscience.
Oh, Caleb. Y'all, he's so cool. Y'all, look at this. Y'all, when I saw this in the PV...
Sealing their own fate.
Oh! Kaboom!
Now then, let us discuss the terms for a ceasefire.
Y'all, I love this man. I love this man. Yes, pick me up, pick me up! Negotiate. You will get anything you ask for with that face.
You.
Okay.
But after tomorrow, you won't belong to just me anymore.
Oh my gosh. Look at his face. He looks almost like distant and sad at the same time. Y'all, the way she launched herself. Yeah, they're crazy. They've been crazy in this card. I love it. 10 out of 10. Suppressive. Fill up the ambition. Oh, he's gonna.
Then let's make this our solemn vow. We'll forge our shackles anew. And we will kill that very thing called fate together.
Let's go. Oh my gosh. Caleb, Caleb, Caleb. Yeah, he's so hot. On the throne, Caleb and I rest in each other's embrace. Like the way I would excuse like anything from Caleb. Almost. The dust has settled and only wisps of smoke rise above parts of the ruins. Y'all, this was so good! Imperial generals have regained control of the situation, and it's not hard to track down the forces that try to sabotage our negotiations. I said I'd be coming for you! Don't disrupt my time with Caleb. Those who want to profit from it will pray for the war to never end. Exactly. Like that Feyland. It's not just Lorne, though. The Empire and the Federation have no shortage of such people. They're only more covert about it. So, like real life.
Exactly. Too bad they picked the wrong targets. No matter how hard they try, it won't work.
Inseparable! I'm really wondering with this face decal, what is it? Caleb rotates his wrist and spreads out several encrypted documents. He taps them and a series of terms appears in the air. I'm getting like a Terminator feel with that one. But I miss his robot arm. Like I want to see it more. Like in Painful Signal. Raising an eyebrow, I lean in to get a good look at the documents. Phelan drafted them and added enticing language and generous terms. Huh. Okay then. They even promised you Lorne's entire shipbuilding. Capacity for the next 10 years. You weren't tempted? He's only tempted by one thing.
Isn't it because I already have the ally whom I want the most? I had no choice but to turn them down.
Exactly. We would have too.
Even though my little sister abandoned me halfway through our collaboration, I won't hold a grudge.
Exactly. He's referring to the Velocio incident. I claimed to be sick halfway through while providing intel to the Lorne Galaxy. Oh my god, I love this uniform! He looks so good! I suppose I caused him some trouble at the time. But that's in the past now. There's nothing we can't discuss. I couldn't have guessed you detected someone was planning to bomb the starport. So you decided to strike first. In any case, the situation was unclear at the time. I wouldn't put my crown at risk.
I figured as much. I did visit you as soon as I stabilized the situation. You did the same thing tonight.
His expression, free of accusations, stirs a sense of guilt that's been dormant for a long time. I gently link my arm with his. This was a very enjoyable card. Can't wait to read the other 3. Be honest, didn't you think you might die if I hadn't arrived in time? Caleb? What if the others persuaded me and I decided to kill you? He'd be like, if it's you, it's okay. That's literally Caleb. But good luck getting to Caleb.
Do you remember the warp point, Velitio? And the plan we created? I still believe it can change certain established rules and lead us to a different future.
Oh.
What do you think, Your Majesty?
Sounds like a good idea to me. 3 months later.
The Empire and the Federation have reached a consensus and renewed the Centennial Mutual Assistance Treaty. The exploration plan regarding Velitio will also be resubmitted for deliberation by the Noble Assembly and the Federation's Council. Your Majesty, High Marshal, you may place your hands here.
Caleb and I step forward together and solemnly place our hands on the treaty. Y'all, I thought we were gonna get married. Wait. They don't understand our relationship yet. It's cosmic partners, y'all. A ring of blue light spreads and ripples outward like starlight before settling into the profound silence. But the cosmos abides by one truth. It will forever exist in unrest and chaos. Tranquility is only temporary. But we'll leave those headaches for our future selves. At this moment, I feel an unprecedented sense of satisfaction filling my chest. Can you put a name to the feeling, MC? Doesn't this feel like we're exchanging vows? Y'all, girl, I was thinking...
If I had known, I would have prepared rings.
Well,
If
now
we
you know.
exchanged vows, the old guard in the Empire would throw more than just one tantrum.
Do you care about that? Maybe we'll never be able to stand beside each other in such a way. Screw them all! Let's do it! His voice is quiet, yet it's clear. It feels as if he's whispering directly into my ear.
Ever since I was little, I've always accomplished what I set my mind to. Once I've chosen a path, I'll see it through to the end. It doesn't matter how impossible it seems. And when you kissed me for the first time, I was happy.
In the garden?
I'm lucky that I have a sweet baby sister. Her heart is just like mine.
Cosmic baby sister, yes!
Ever since then, I've never felt lonely.
It always catches me off guard, y'all. I'm getting whiplashed. Oh. Caleb and I were once at opposite ends of the same fuse. But now all of that is behind us. The cosmos will forge ahead, unscathed. With the two of us together forever! In the Empire, Caleb's name no longer symbolizes danger and destruction. Rather, it will be the most gentle, romantic footnote of this era. Caleb, the Federation's High Marshal, the Empress's big brother, former enemy and lifelong beloved, second only to the Cosmic Empire. Wait, I read that wrong. The Empress's adoptive brother. So someday I think I'll agree to let someone delete that small text in parentheses. Second only to the Cosmic Empire. Dude! Caleb is first. After all, the life we'll experience together will be a long one. Oh, now we have to do the other ending, you guys! The one where we kill Caleb, right? Hold on, it might not even be there. And it probably doesn't even happen. Like, he's probably like, oh, you tried to do that? But, you know. He might have not been, you know, fully human in this alternative universe either. Because also, what is that decal? Like, it's not ugly, but I'm like, it looks a little bit weird, but it doesn't take away from his beauty. But I'm still like, it looks almost like, you know, right. I'm gonna do, I didn't say it yet, but I'm gonna do the kindled moment again. Because I want to see what happens if I don't take his hand. And then I'll do the second ending. It, you know, this part looks like he has been hurt.
But I brought you
like
a
you
gift
see
for your coronation.
him as a robot underneath.
Our nations
that's
want us
what
to
I
kill
got
each
from,
other.
from this decal.
However, they don't know that we're from the same source. Our souls are entwined.
Same source, souls are entwined. That sounds like soul mating. Does not seem blood related to me. We don't even know where the parents are or whatever. Like, no.
You may have ambition, but haven't lost
I'm
conscience.
not gonna believe it. I think my theory makes perfect sense. But anyhow, it's okay since it's also an alternative universe. Y'all, this is so cool.
Sealing your own fate.
Oh, and the turnaround.
Now then, let us discuss the terms for a ceasefire.
I won't do it. He used his gravity evil. I love that. Y'all, I love that. Okay. Okay, that was the best outcome, actually. But now, puppy face Caleb, I'm sorry, but we are gonna go with the second option that I didn't do. I really don't wanna. Please don't tell me it actually happens. Like, tell me that something else happened. Episode 1. Let's go. Oh my gosh. Picking to kill Caleb. go. The way I'm spamming.
Your Mac, we rein. As you.
The music is good. Oh, I don't want to do it, but I'm also gonna go into the decal and read what it
Your
says.
Majesty hasn't changed a bit. When it comes,
Sorry, Caleb. We
you,
gotta do this.
my baby sister.
What? Caleb, I didn't hear you. Couldn't you have said that in Chinese instead?
Your
I
Majesty.
know someone said that little sister is like Mei Mei. That is so cute! Call me that instead! Call me that instead. I'll be perfectly fine.
It was a joke, Your Majesty.
The baby sister?
If
I'm gonna take it as that.
even your...
Sorry, Caleb.
It's been a long time since we last saw each other after your coronation. I miss...
I miss you too. Fire the gun and kill Caleb. Various thoughts whirled through my mind, and at the long last I seized the clearest one. Y'all, I hope you miss! Regardless of our circumstances, he's my older brother, so naturally he belongs to me. Dang girl, you greedy as hell! Conniving. Rather than let someone else kill him, I'd rather do it myself. The laser firearm's barrel is knocked away just before the beam is fired. It grazes Caleb's shoulder and strikes the porthole behind him. Oh, you missed! This is perfect, I like this! With an expressionless face, he sheathes his dagger and glances at where his blade cut me. Oh, he accidentally.
I thought you'd be more interested in catching up.
Imprison me! The wound isn't deep. In fact, it's more of a warning. I press down on my wrist to stop the bleeding. Caleb raises his arm. The Federation soldiers who aimed at me, again, have received the signal to step back. They clear a path for me. Are we gonna get kidnapped by Caleb? Ah!
Take your Empress's roar and leave. I won't give you a warning next time.
I like that tone. I was young back then. Grand ambitions and confidence could sustain me as I walked this path alone. I turned and left the bridge. I didn't look back, not even once. Oh, you turned bad. So things went bad for you, MC, didn't they? War broke out once more. It wasn't any different from the wars between the Empire and the Federation over the past hundreds of years. Okay. Caleb and I, at distant ends of the cosmos, live and die in futility. The heavens can only eternally spin in vain. In cosmic year 649, the meeting between the Empire's Empress Slasher and Caleb, leader of the Federation, ultimately ended in discord. Join the Discord, everyone! They once grew up together in the Imperial Court, separated their rose to power in two great galaxies to create their own era of prosperity. But when these two are separated, stuff happened. But as they ruled, the accumulated grievances between the Empire and the Federation failed to be resolved and worsened. They spent their entire lives restraining each other. They never achieved reconciliation. So probably the world ended because, you know, they weren't together. Excerpt from the Star's brief history. Because then only destruction follows. Okay, now I'm gonna go into and check the decal. And probably want to check something else as well. I love this soundtrack so much. Caleb's soundtrack is one of my absolute favorites. Thank you for the crystals. We definitely need those. Okay. Oh, he looks so good. This isn't what we were supposed to do. I was supposed to go and check the decal. Y'all, he looks too good. Caleb, my little apple. And the turnaround. What if a heart were just a little bigger than the entire universe? Yours is.
You're finally back. So, is there still time to do the thing you asked me to remind you about? If only there was a way to turn off your phone with just one press of a button when it's bedtime. Otherwise, when you're trying to fall asleep, you're thinking about it. And when you're awake, it's still in your hands. It feels like your phone has stolen our time together, you know.
I'm sorry, I didn't even think it was this late. Oh my gosh, and I've been screaming. Y'all, I'm gonna have it tomorrow. I'm gonna have it tomorrow. Like, my parents are gonna be like, what the hell were you screaming about? Oh, such a disrespectful child. Let's see what everyone else is wearing. Oh! Y'all, I haven't dressed them up. They've dressed themselves up. Okay, let's check everyone else. But I'm gonna check the accessory. Oh, wait. Caleb's exclusive outfit. Under the shadow of power, his sharp ambition is clear for all to see. Cosmic blessing. Oh, so cute! Y'all, I love these. These mittens. Caleb's exclusive facial accessory. When he looks at you, you can't help but want to lift his mask and hear what's really in his heart. Shadow trace. Oh, okay. Nothing robotic with that. My throat's still
That
acting
kitty
up.
that sprouted on my bedding when I was airing it out yesterday almost has the exact same color.
That true? What are you wearing? Oh my gosh! Everyone's wearing almost the same! Y'all, how about you, Zane? I guess you're super cute. Wearing the same outfit that he has like 80% of the time. How about Silas? So cute! So cute! Yo! Oh my gosh! Oh my gosh! This is so cute! This is so cute! Y'all, imagine the cuteness overload moment I had when I opened Lads today. Just to see my Pookie here!
Camera lenses
That was on
can
accident,
never
but-
fully capture what we see with our own eyes. You don't believe me? Here, I'll show you.
True! It doesn't, because if you try to capture something that you see and you're like, wow, this is truly beautiful, it doesn't really translate well into photos. So imagine that for yourselves also. You're much more beautiful than you think you are. Thank you all for watching. Bye-bye! But also stay for my words at the end of the video. So, I said I want to talk a little bit more about the MC and Caleb's relationship. And I also wanna, you know, drop the localization translations because I think that if they would have made it more like clear that they were adoptive siblings, I don't think it would have been such a shock to people when Caleb called her baby sister. Because then people would have known that they weren't childhood friends. That trope they already have for Zane. And Caleb is the forbidden love trope. Like, he does not want to be. He didn't want to be her brother, but if that is the role that he must take on to be with her, then that is the role he's gonna take. And they were taken in by Grandma Josephine and raised together and experimented on, that we know of the main story and, you know, the world underneath the lore. And this, I don't think this would have been such a big issue, because I know there's been like a dumpster fire on Twitter, I've been told, but I don't check the fandom that much. And like on here on YouTube and on my channel in my community, like nobody of the love interest receive any hate, and no one receives hate for maining someone. And if that would have happened, I would have 100% intervened, because we are not gonna have that in this community, let me tell you that. In our community, we are gonna love every single love interest, because they're all amazing. They're all amazing. And you can main whoever you want. And I do not want to see like anyone throwing punches at anyone else. Like, if someone is uncomfortable with a certain theme or something regarding a card, let them be. Like, it is not for you to tell them what should make them uncomfortable or not. But it's a bad thing if you turn it and be like, well, if you like this card, then that must mean this and this and this. Like I said before, several things can be true at once. Like, you can love Caleb, but you can still feel uncomfortable with that sibling dynamic that they had in this card. But it's not something unusual. Like, that is... They are in the main story, however not blood related like they were in this card. And I believe that in Fold, they introduced this because they also know that there will be more taboo topics in other cards as well. Like, they're probably like watching and being like, okay, yeah, I've played one like Otome game before, and that was Amnesia Memories. Let's just say I got Toma. So I definitely know what can happen in these type of games. Okay. I did make some notes of what I wanted to talk about as well. Right. Even though the text mentions that they're related by blood, I also think that it could be more of like a cosmic meaning to it instead. Like, we don't know fully what is going on in this alternative universe. And I don't know fully what that decal or whatever print that was. Because the first thing I thought was that he might have like gotten hurt and he's a robot like underneath. Like, he's just completely robot or something. I don't know. But in the myth, it did say that MC is the cosmos, and that Caleb is like born out of it, like he is from that, like a particle, like they're born from the same source. So it's more like a spiritual thing, like a cosmic, like sci-fi vibe. It's not like in the sense like blood related, like in this life. That's what I thought of as well when I was just writing my notes for what I want to talk about. And I mean, we just going back to like decoherence, we see this. They're designed to be two halves of a whole. And then I mentioned the forbidden romance as well. The card leans heavily into the forbidden romance, forbidden love trope, and it already did like in the main story. Like if you read Caleb's cards, he's still afraid of going like further, or you know, disrupting anything between them. So he knows that it's wrong. I think that it's more like he knows that it's wrong than MC. Because with Caleb it feels like he's more of the one that is like, if I do this she might withdraw, stuff like that. Whilst MC hasn't really thought about it. Right, so this alternative universe is more of like a what-if scenario. And I mean, alternative universes, it's always gonna be a little bit different. Could be like more extreme. We've seen now with both Raphael and Caleb, like with Raphael, we got to see how it was to be kind of a little bit his enemy. Like he's fierce, but I don't hear the same kind of rhetoric when it comes to the others. Like the one who does the least questionable things, I would say, is Zane, definitely. But like all of them, I love them. They're just perfect, perfectly executed characters. Like doesn't mean only because they do one thing and you don't agree with it doesn't mean that you have to throw the entire character away. Like, do you do that with real people? It depends. It depends. Like with like best friends, you give them a lot of more chances than like an acquaintance or a stranger. Stuff like that. But it also matters what. What did they do? What did they say? And then I also wrote, psychologically, many people enjoy fiction because it allows them to explore forbidden scenarios without any real-world consequences. This is known as aesthetic distance. And I mean, isn't this truly wonderful that we can just like enjoy fiction as is? Like we can enjoy so much different fiction, but it doesn't make us want to do those things. We learn a lot from fiction. We can learn what we like, what we dislike, what makes us comfortable, what makes us uncomfortable. We learn from different perspectives. We learn what others think. We learn empathy through fiction as well. We can learn a lot of things through fiction. And then I wrote, the attraction isn't usually to the biological relation itself, but to the narrative tension it creates. The us against the world mentality, the high stakes of a secret romance, and the intense emotional conflict of loving someone you shouldn't. That is also something in fiction that often derives a lot of drama, but it creates so much content as well. Like if everything is just like a walk on roses, like everything is wholesome, it will just end up being, you know, like just another card as well, or just another book, just another character. Like we wanna have some kind of conflict. So for some, the distance is easy to maintain from fiction and reality, but then there are also some that cannot distinguish that line. And then it is also very, very important that people that cannot distinguish shouldn't be acting morally superior because, oh, they would never ever read something like that, or never ever consume something like that. Just because you read a certain book or something doesn't mean that you're gonna go and end up doing these things. And I think it's also very important that even if people are attacking you for, like, you know, you maining a certain character, that doesn't mean that you have to go find something about the other characters to throw any kind of blame at them as well. Like, this isn't real life. This isn't real life. And this again is why I freaking love our community here on YouTube, and now we have a Discord, is that none of the love interests have received hate in the comments. None of them. And I think that is very telling, because it is also what we allow the people. And also me as a content creator. I feel like if I would have been very negative toward some of the love interests, we for sure would have had much more hate in the comments regarding specific love interests, which they do not deserve at all. And people that main them don't deserve it either. But some people on the internet, you know, they don't have stuff to do, so they just want to rile people up, and time is precious. Don't waste your time arguing with people, because you can argue with someone, you can have the best takes ever, it can be a perfect analysis, you could have so much proof, and they'd still be like, so, I don't care, this is my opinion. It doesn't matter. Don't waste your time. Don't even waste your time. You can copy and paste and just, you know, this is what I have, but don't continue to argue with people that do not want to understand, that do not want to listen, because they're only there for a reason, and that is to be a troll. But then, if a fictional trope causes genuine distress or makes you question your own comfort level with a game's direction, it is a sign that the safety of the fiction has been breached for you. And that is where I feel like if you feel uncomfortable by anything, I already said this plenty of times, but if you feel uncomfortable, then I would suggest, like, don't consume the specific, like, media. I don't think that it will get easier as new cards come either. Like, they're probably gonna have, like, more stuff that will be, like, raising an eyebrow to, but still, it's fiction. It's fiction. Whilst most players can distinguish between a card and reality, some find that certain tropes like blood-related romance cross a personal boundary that ruins the immersion. And this I understand. I wrote this time, I had to write it in Swedish first and then translate it back to English, you feel when you only have like a certain thing that you can compare to, or like a word that is just so, I feel like brother and sister are words that we just, in the West, we don't use those, and we don't use these kind of honorifics. So when we use them, it's something for someone who is blood related, like always. And I think that makes it worse for us to comprehend. But you know, if we consume, like, you know, anime, I consumed a lot of anime, and like, you know, games, movies, other type of media that are usually from Asian countries, they have these honorifics, and they call each other like brother and sister and stuff like that. So we know that with, like, in Japan it's Nissan, and I don't remember the South Korean word for it, but in China it's Gaga, I think it was. I don't know how it was pronounced, but and that is normal. Like, it is not weird, and I don't think it's weird when I hear it either. But when I hear the English word, or like the Swedish word, for example, I'm like, because here it's like we almost like friend zone people as well, just saying like, oh, you're like a brother to me, you know. And we're like, bro. We say bro like it's just, it's not. You just cannot use it. But then, in the same breath, we can use daddy and mommy, like when someone is hot. And that is also like, but that is okay? Interesting. Yeah, we really need to learn to, like, detach from the word a little bit, not take it too, like, literal when it comes to fiction. Like, in reality, that shit is illegal and nasty. No, I don't even want to say the words, like, just the word in itself is just so uncomfortable. Anyhow, what more did I write here? I thought I was just gonna go by my notes, but I always like drift away and just talk about all the other things.
So you do remember. Do you know what time it is? It's been 800 years. Jellyfishes are walking naked, sea turtles climb trees, sharks are eating grass for free, and finally you remembered me. Any later and I would have been discharged from the hospital already.
And the Western context is often viewed through a more literal biological lens, which leads to the label and the resulting controversy. And then I wrote, ultimately, enjoying a fictional trope doesn't mean a person supports it in real life, just as enjoying a villain character doesn't mean someone supports crime. And I feel like we understand this more than anything else. Like, we want to know the villain story, and sometimes we're even on the villain side, but in real life, we wouldn't be. Hopefully. However, your personal comfort is the highest priority. If a story makes you feel slimy or upset, stepping away from that specific character's content is the best way to maintain a positive relation with the hobby. And then what more did I... And then I also put in like mythology. We see a lot of this kind of tropes. Like, I don't even want to call it a trope longer, but I don't really want to use that I word. But y'all know exactly what I mean. Like in ancient Greek, Egyptian, or Norse myths, it was a tool used to solve specific divine problems that don't apply to humans. And the first people problem, like the Adam and Eve kind of thing. And preserving divinity, gods often married siblings to keep their divine essence pure and separate from mortals. Like, stuff like that in mythology. Like, we already consumed this before. So that's what I'm thinking. That with this Caleb card, I'm just gonna detach like this and see it more as a cosmic relationship. Like, even though she said blood, brother by blood, I'm gonna see that as more of a cosmic relationship, just so I feel more comfortable. And you all do what y'all want to do. I am not gonna care about what others want to do with that. But if you like it, you like it. If you love the like brother trope as is, go ahead. But I hope that doesn't translate into real life. And if you feel like it is kind of crossing over, girl, distance yourself from it immediately. What more do I have? Oh, I already went through in English, calling someone brother or sis is almost always literal or strictly platonic. Yes, exactly. That I went through. I didn't even have to write all of this down. I had like so much written, but I feel like I just went all over the place and just went crisscross over everything. I think I've said all that I want to say. So ultimately, the most important thing to remember in the fandom debates is that consuming a specific trope in fiction is not a reflection of one's worldview or moral character. There is a massive divide between fiction and reality. Enjoying a dark romance or a forbidden dynamic in a game doesn't mean a person supports those actions in real life. And I went through this, but I already wrote this down again. Just as people enjoy horror movies without wanting to be chased by a killer, or play grand strategy games without wanting to start a real war, players can enjoy any of these like love interests that could be problematic, like in any game, without condoning anything. Like I said before, several things can be true at once. Yeah, so, in the end of the day, we're all just playing a game. And we're just gonna have fun with it. We're gonna do what we wanna do with our time. And you know, just live and laugh. Have a good day, or night, or evening. Bye bye!